Okay, so we're live.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're live TV, folks. Drop my phone.
All
Just wanted
good.
to make sure it was turned off so that nobody's calling me this late at night, but just to be sure.
No worries. All righty.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast, 3G Dub, Survivor Series weekend, Thanksgiving holiday tradition, Real Biggie, and Rob the Ambassador here. This time last year, Rob was in the building because Survivor Series took place here in Chicago. And a year ago, that's CM Punk. So you've been around for the last few CM Punk returns, so to speak. We were there for his AEW debut. We all know how I went when in AEW. When I preach on that, but
Hey, that was a good pay-per-view though.
it was,
Yeah.
it was. Um, so yeah, coming into this show, it's a Sunday. This might be a new thing, just based on my work schedule. I have to work Saturdays. WWE pay-per-views on Saturdays now. So until something better comes along, this is probably gonna be how it goes. Post shows on Sundays, so just get used to that. But we're gonna get right into things here. Survivor Series War Games taking place in Vancouver, in Canada. Um, they're going more international with these pay-per-views, seems like, and I'm not mad about it because the crowds just are better for it. Um, Elimination Chamber is going to be in Toronto. Um, you know, and well, Royal Rumble is going to be in Indianapolis, and I'm still debating about going because that's not too far from here.
Yeah, it's 9 hours for me, and those prices, man, something's got to give.
They are getting
WWE is
ridiculous.
hot right now, and they're taking advantage of it. These prices are going higher. And for me, I've already been to a Rumble. I've been to a Survivor Series, a SummerSlam, two Manias. I've seen everything there is to see in wrestling. So I'm not too anxious to pay some of these prices. I would like to see an Elimination Chamber, but outside of that, I'm not going to pay too much to go to these shows.
It is insanely high. WrestleMania is probably the most insane prices ever.
Yeah, and I know it's in Vegas. I'm hoping this isn't a trend, but if you look at concerts, pretty much every NFL games, ticket prices are going up across the board. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, uh, I'm not sure how many more shows I'll be going to at these prices.
Yeah, yeah, man, for real. All right. So per usual, what they've been doing the last few years when there's war games, when there's Royal Rumbles, when there's Money in the Bank, is there's a women's and a men's. And we kicked off tonight with the women's war games match. Got Team Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, uh, Raquel Rodriguez, and Candice LeRae going up against Bianca Belair. Well, I'm sorry, Team Rhea, which consisted of Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bailey, Io Sky, and Naomi. Happy belated birthday to Naomi,
Yeah, yeah.
who came out in the sporting a birthday hat. I guess yeah, I guess she had to. They get it. They told her she could, so she did. Um, I was looking forward to. Oh, before I even go there, I gotta shout out Rhea Ripley, man, because that first match she had it was just black, like kind of like the LeBron match we had when he broke his face. I was like, that's not a good look. I get why she has to wear it, makes sense and all, but it just wasn't. It was just, whew, it was ugly. I guess this is the best way I could put it. And to make Rhea Ripley ugly, you got to try, okay?
You really do.
So, when she came out, who got a huge pop, by the way. Like, yeah, she is like a superstar now. She came out with this mask, and I thought it was. I still think that she should do something with this mask. maybe don't wear it during the matches, but like entrance and everything. I mean, it was perfect. It was perfect, and you couldn't really, almost couldn't even tell it was her, but it just looked so cool. I don't know. I was in love with that. Probably one of my favorite entrances of the year. Um, honestly, that match was cool as hell. I wonder who made it. I wonder if Bray Wyatt's guy made this match because it is that. If you look at it, so it fits her head perfectly, and we'll get into that, in the match as it goes. But
Yeah, it looks
yeah,
like something she might have borrowed from her husband. Isn't he with the Malachi Black group? Isn't he with them? Whatever they're called in AEW.
yeah. So she maybe she got with their guy too, but definitely
Yeah,
she
yeah.
this was definitely planned. You can tell. Um, so the match started. I want to say it was Bailey and
Naya.
Nia, yeah. The fact that Nia Jax started the match, like I'm pretty sure that caught a lot of people off guard. Like they probably thought she would be coming out last because of, she is still the force in nature in the women's division, but she lost a lot of weight and she didn't look bad in there. Well, let me pump my brakes. She didn't look gassed. Was what I was really trying to say. Uh, I have a lot of problems with this match. A lot of problems, man. And you and I have talked about how we kind of there's times where we'll give a pass for botches or something looks sloppy. They can make up for it in matches, but I'm kind of like the rule of three, and there was damn sure more than three fuck ups in this match. Let's call them what they are, okay? And what kind of who? What I understand they don't do chair shots to the head anymore. Okay, cool, but what is these pity pat taps with the chairs in this match? What's going on? Uh,
Yeah.
if it was not for Io Sky doing her thing, and she's been in, I didn't know this, but she's been in every single women's War Games match to the
Mhm.
point now where she has her trash can painted. Everybody knows her spot. She goes in the trash can. All good. And Tiffany Stratton, and I'll even throw Rhea Ripley in there because Bianca Belair messed up a spot too. Um, had not been for them, this match would have been the GFY. Honestly, this was bad, man. I mean, this was normally the women's War Games matches. They usually light it up on the shows, and they usually are way better than the men's. That is not the case this year. I'm sorry, but this match
Mhm.
gets some more bullshit from me.
No, 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 no. Can't even laugh at that. I don't even agree with that at all. There were some botches. There were some sloppy moments. I think these women were trying too hard. I think the women tend to do that because, they want to try and steal the show because the men have normally gotten the spotlight that women don't normally get. Look, man, I saw some of the same things you saw, but I can't give it some bullshit because I thought there were some good spots. I was entertained. Maybe I was just hyped up, but and I don't want to get too far ahead, but I wasn't moved by the men's match. I actually I can't think of any match I enjoyed much more than this one. I'm not saying the card was great, but I actually enjoyed this. I always look forward to EO spots. I thought it was dumb though. Naomi bought in a toilet seat. I thought that was just kind of stupid. You know, I
Okay,
had never
thank
seen it.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think it was Naya who brought it in first. I'm like, at first I
No,
wasn't even
Naomi,
sure.
well, I don't know. One of the two
I can't
brought it
remember. I thought Nia brought it in first, but either way, I'm like, okay, is it a toilet seat? At first, I wasn't even sure, and then Naomi ended up using it, putting it over Nia's head, and kind of doing a stink face thing, which was funny, but just stupid to me. I did not like that. Man, I don't know what's going on with Io. I love Io, but she had a couple. She had another slip up in this match. Her
No,
and
no, no,
Ken.
no. I'm blaming that on Candice LeRae. I'm sorry.
Well,
I know it's what you're probably talking about. I'm blaming Candice.
I don't
Io
know.
was ready to go. Candice didn't let go.
I'm not sure what happened there, but look, I will give EO the pass because, like I said, she's had some little slip ups lately. But look, that spot she did. Obviously, we always look forward to seeing what she's going to do. This time, she put a little spin on it, put it on her head, and then just kind of did a somersault. Kind of really stole the match, stole the show. I guess I'm kind of being long winded here, but I'm going to go pay per view worthy. I can't go some bullshit. I know there were some botches, but I thought the overall match, I thought I was entertained. I thought there were some good spots. We saw tables, man. We saw look, the chair shots were bad, but I didn't really think the men got much worse with their chair shots. I really didn't. I don't know if that's just a thing they're doing now where they're just not putting everything on it.
They put
You do
nothing
have
on
to
it.
make it you do have to make it look good. I mean, I do admit they were taking it too easy, but I still thought there was enough in it for me to be entertained. I enjoyed it. I went pay per view worthy.
You know what else I gave us some bullshit is because to keep teasing this damn briefcase, there was no need to even have the briefcase involvement at all.
Well, I didn't mind that so much. Here's why: you had both champions laid out in the middle of the ring.
Didn't fucking do it at that point. Okay,
I,
that's all I'm
I
saying.
agree. Here's what bothers me about it: is they've gone to that well too often. Like if this would have been the first time we had seen her do it, it would have been great. But what we've seen it about 5 times now.
More
And
than
I think
five,
I said,
way more
well,
than
you
five.
okay? I think you're right, and I think I said this on the last pay per view that we reviewed. I said either do it or just quit with the tease. So they went with the tease again, but like I said, this one was interesting in the fact that you had both world champions laid out and ripe for the pick, and so I could see why they would tease it there. But once
It pissed
again,
me off.
either do the shit or don't.
Yes. Okay, you got
I
both
do
of
see
them
your
laid
point
out.
there.
Okay, cash it in. There's no. Here's my biggest pet peeve with that is you got a ref, you got the briefcase. They're both laid out. Literally pick one.
Right,
But
right.
we know that wasn't the plan to do it. So it's like you just bullshitting, and that's why man, I hate to do it to the ladies. You know I love them when they wrestle because like I said, EO, Tiffany Stratton is amazing.
Yeah.
And like I said, Rhea helped out the match too. She took the mask off, and you saw she was fine. But then even the makeup underneath the mask was cool too. But man,
And man, the finish to the match. I mean, Rhea dropping Liv through a table from the third rope. I mean, that was a big bump Liv took.
it was. I
Yeah, man,
mean,
that was a
she
great
deserved
finish.
it.
Yeah.
But all right, I didn't give it GFY, but I did give it
Well, I
some
mean,
bullshit.
you was close. I thought you was going there the way you started talking about it.
No, 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 no. But hey. And then you okay, lad, no long with this one. But compared to the previous women's war games matches, this is probably the least. I would never watch this one again.
Well, I almost feel like I need to watch it back because I enjoyed it way more than you did. So I might check it back tomorrow because I'm on vacation this week. I might actually look that one back. Maybe I missed something.
Mm, mm-mm. All right. After that, I had a match I was really looking forward to actually on this card was Shinsuke Nakamura taking on LA Knight for the United States Championship. I liked how they brought back Nakamura with this new character, this dark character with the eye makeup and everything. And I think I love this entrance. Oh man, that was great. They dressed like the Shogun coming out, and honestly, one-on-one matches. I don't know. I think this was my favorite. It's tough because I know Gunther and Damian Priest went at it pretty tough, but this one, maybe because this one caught me by surprise. Because I swear LA Knight is just getting better and better lately. I don't know if he's been what his secret is, if he's going to the performance center more often, but he really his game is way more tight now. And like I really like that torture rack move and when he flipped Nakamura over. I mean Nakamura is Nakamura. We're not worried about him. But LA Knight, we all know we can do on the mic, but as far as in ring goes and carrying a match, this is the best he's looked. He just keeps getting better and better. Um, and I really like the fact that I thought that this was the right move, the right decision, right man won. Nakamura hitting the Kinshasa from behind and pinning LA Knight. LA Knight is better chasing than he is as a champion. I do, however, feel a little bad for LA Knight just because his reign, he didn't really have any good opponents. I mean, they had him and Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, so they overdid it. And those were the only two people they hadn't really working with. Like they didn't bring anybody else in. He didn't really get a feud as the champion. So, and well, maybe this is a chance for him to chase again and maybe reclaim the title at Mania. But either way it goes, Nakamura winning was the best was the better move. I definitely gave this pay-per-view worthy. I enjoyed the hell out of this match.
Yeah, I gave it pay-per-view worthy. I thought it was okay. Maybe I expected a little more. I was shocked by the ending. I'm not sure I feel like Nakamura was the better one to win. I like Nakamura. I've been a fan. I love this new Nakamura, but he's just coming back. And I watched the pre-show, and I'm not saying this is why it happened. I'm not going. I don't want to discount Nakamura winning. You know, he's a worthy champion. I just thought with him coming back so soon, I'm just surprised they put the strap on him this quick. But I had heard that with all of the shows that they have done in Vancouver, all of the pay-per-views, there had never been a title change. And so that made me think that, okay, so is there going to be a title change tonight? And then the only question was which one?
Never?
No, not in Vancouver. I heard that on the pre-show. They had never had a title change. So they erased that last night by having Nakamura get over. I'm not mad about it because I don't think that Nakamura is going to stay the champion very long. I still think that LA Knight, to me, he's the better champion because he gets the bigger pop. Now that doesn't necessarily, yeah. Now that doesn't necessarily look. You've got to have some heel champion. So face is always going to get a bigger pop than a heel. But I love Nakamura and I love this new Nakamura. I don't know, man. I just feel like this feud was kind of put together so quick. And
it was quick. Especially in the Triple H era where he's big on long term, this was quick.
yeah, so my feeling, and this is just my own theory, I'm probably way off base. I feel like they put the strap on Nakamura because he is worthy, a worthy winner, and you could see him beating. You could believe that he could beat LA Knight, but I don't expect his reign to be very long, and I do expect, like you said, maybe it goes until Mania, maybe sooner, but I do expect LA Knight to get it back, pretty quickly.
I think they want him to, and I think maybe he even wants to get a win at Mania and win a title, and that would be a perfect way to do it. I mean, that's how they did Reigns years ago. He lost the WWE Championship, got it back at Mania. You want to get that Mania win, that spotlight.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
uh, and who knows what else they had planned for LA Knight? I mean, like you said, when he came out after Nakamura, he still got a giant pop. Uh, so he's
Oh,
over.
oh, he's definitely over. But like I said, I'm not unhappy about it. I like Nakamura, and like I said, I like this new thing he has going on. I just thought it all came together so quick. It just didn't feel believable because it all happened so quickly to me.
I mean, it was 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So that is quick.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Move from the U.S. title to the Intercontinental Championship. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser and Big Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. For those that don't know, that tattoo Braun Breaker has is actually a tribute to Goldberg. That's real. So I would,
Why Goldberg? Why not his dad or his uncle?
I don't know, but
Hmm.
well, his dad did have one tattoo. His uncle didn't have any tattoos, but at least when he was big, he didn't have any tattoos. When he was, WCW, he didn't have any tattoos. Um, Goldberg has one match guaranteed left next year, some point in time. To me, Braun Breaker's the man. I know they did the whole thing with Gunther and everything. Yeah, but I'd rather. It makes more sense for it to be Braun. The relationship Goldberg has with his father. I mean, it just makes more sense. But anyway,
There's a good story there.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, it makes more sense. This is a solid match as well. I I really like what they're doing with Ludwig Kaiser, kind of bringing him up. They're definitely doing better with him than they are with what Giovanni Vinci, whatever his name is. I mean, he
Yeah.
ain't even on TV no more.
No, man. He went away for a while. They brought him back with this gimmick of him with this sports car and everything, and that fell flat. So I'm guessing they're back in the drawing board, trying to come up with something new for him.
I mean, him losing so quick. I mean, he got squashed in like all his matches. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
What was the point?
yeah. I'm not sure whose idea that was. That looks like a Vince move right there, but
Yeah.
obviously not.
Um, Coming in this match, there was no part of me that thought Braun was gonna lose the title. I just thought this was gonna be a good match, and it was. Hard hitting Braun. Uh, I I just wish it's a premium live event, man. When Ludwig and Sheamus are fighting on the outside by the announce table, and Braun jumps off the ring apron onto them, and how Michael Cole goes, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, yeah,
It's a premium live event, man. Just say it. God,
yeah.
oh,
I don't really get that. I mean, he kind of said it, but you could tell that he still was trying to
right.
not say it. Like, say the
Just
shit or
say
don't
it.
say the shit.
Uh,
Yeah. And
uh,
like you said, it is a PLE, and it wouldn't be the first time we've heard that word on WWE. Corey Graves said it on an episode of Raw a couple of years back. So, and they're going to be on Netflix. I imagine we're going to hear some of those words on Netflix. So, just let it go. We're all grown here. It's still TVPG, right? So, yeah, let it go.
I,
No big deal.
Pat McAfee would let that go. He would have just said it.
Yeah, yeah, he would have.
That was just something that stuck out to me. Like you said every letter except ah. I mean,
Right.
um, but I did like the physicality in this match. I had a feeling that Sheamus was gonna be the one to take the fall, and he did at the Braun speared him, just because you got to keep Ludwig looking strong. Braun obviously is the champion. So I see this continuing over the weeks on Raw with Braun and Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know. I think Braun keeps the IC title to at least till Mania, and maybe even beyond that. But I did this again, another pay-per-view worthy match. Right man won, another solid match.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see this title leaving Braun for a long time. I don't think there's any reason. I love that they have him kind of floating in between heel and face. You really don't know what he is. The crowd seems to love him. Sheamus has had his time, but he can still put up a good match. I agree with you. I like what they're doing with Ludwig Kaiser. I think there is something in him, something they can do. But yeah, the right man won. And like you, I thought this was a very entertaining match. I went pay-per-view worthy on it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got for Braun in the future. I'm curious to see who they, when it gets to that point, who do they think is going to be the man worthy enough to beat him? Because man, he is a great IC champion right now.
Yeah, I'm curious how the whole so talking about this, if what I'm thinking is gonna happen happens tomorrow night on Raw with the New Day celebration, and I'm gonna go best case scenario. Big E comes back, squashes whatever's going on with Xavier and Kofi, which I did like that that back and forth last week. I did like that. Get this shit off y'all chest. I like that. Um, I think if Big E is cleared to wrestle again, he's really gonna wrestle again. I think that would be a good perfect opponent for Braun at a WrestleMania. That's just me. You also have John Cena floating around too.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I know he's John Cena, but look, we all know he's retiring. Why, unless you want him to beat Flair's record, which I don't think they do. I mean, do you really want to give Cena a title?
No,
You
no,
know,
I
he
wouldn't. Well, I'm just thinking of opponents to face. Maybe he doesn't even lose the belt, but he needs a big time opponent at Mania. So if you got Biggie coming back, Biggie could beat him, or you could just have Cena elevate him that more with the win.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's
I'm
so
just
many.
kind of throwing darts at the board right now.
Well, there's so many ways you could go because you say you think he's going to face Goldberg too.
He could, but I don't know that doesn't necessarily have to be at Mania. It could be. Um, you never know. And I think people will eat that match up too because
You don't think
it's
people would
history.
want to see Cena versus Goldberg, both retirement? This is it. Both Matt. I mean, they've never faced each other that I recall. They've never
No,
faced each other, and I mean, they're both retiring. That adds some intrigue because one of them's got to go out on their back.
I think that doesn't. The reason why I say that wouldn't happen is that doesn't elevate anybody else. So you pull other guys up by them beating those two. So I think Cena needs to take the L. Somebody and Goldberg will you know, take the L on his last match.
Look, and I know that's a tradition, and I respect that tradition. You go out on your back, but man, we've seen Cena do it so many times. How many losses? How many L's has he taken?
A lot lately, yeah.
You
I
know, you
mean,
would
he
think
lost a solo
he lost
clean.
to Solo. He lost to man, where is dude? Um,
Oh, Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. Yeah, I mean, he got Bray over when in that stupid ass match. He got Roman over. I mean, Cena has taken a lot of losses. So look, obviously we know he's going to be at the Rumble. Maybe he wins the Rumble. I don't know what they do with him at Elimination Chamber. He won't, you know, he'll lose some of these matches, but they've got to have him win some too. He can't just lose all of these matches on this tour.
Oh no, that'd be stupid.
Now, I think he will lose at Mania because I do think that will be his final match at Mania. I don't, I'm maybe you know, I know 2025 is his last year. Is Mania his last match, or is he going through to?
No, he has said Mania is not the end. He
Okay,
just said 2025, so he's gonna go past Mania.
okay,
I'm gonna guess SummerSlam because
okay,
he verbally said it's gonna go beyond Mania.
okay. All right, I must have missed that. So, okay, but
It was in an
anyway,
interview that he
okay,
said, "Yeah, I'm going past Mania. Mania is not the end. It's just 2025 is the end."
okay. It'll be interesting to see because there's so many ways they could go with him and Goldberg and various opponents for them or facing each other. There's a lot of different ways they could go that I think would be interesting. So to be uh, see how it all plays out, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot. They have a lot to play with over the next few months. All right. For the World Heavyweight Championship, we got Gunther versus Damian Priest. Damian Priest has gotten the better of Gunther, made him kind of look silly and foolish for the first time ever, really. You know, every Raw, he's kind of got Damian's got the upper hand. He put him to a table. Most recent Raw. That's probably the best part of the show. That Raw was that Go Home Raw sucked. I'm sorry it did. I watched it live. Um, Hard hitting match. You know, I saw in the chat, you know, you and Blake were pretty impressed with this one, especially with that, you know, the Kimura that was put on him, and it looked like, yeah, man, you could, I'm willing to bet these two kind of had a conversation beforehand, saying we're gonna be a little stiff out there today,
Yeah,
and they definitely were. Um, I guess this is a pay-per-view worthy match, obviously, but this whole thing with Finn Balor still like hanging around. I'm not going to take that away from this match because I that to me that's just unfair the way as hard as these two guys worked and how much better Damian Priest is. Uh, um, so I'm still gonna give this pay-per-view worthy. Almost, it probably would have gotten superb if it had not been for Finn Balor. Like it's just because it's kind of like that annoying fly or gnat that just won't go away. Like, come on, man. You still this been going on since SummerSlam. Okay. Same with the Nia and I mean not Nia, I'm sorry. Liv and Rhea Ripley
yeah.
feud. They gotta close these feuds out. It's just been drawn out too long. Um Either way it goes, Gunther wins. He pretty much rear naked chokes out Damian Priest till he passes out. And that's how he wins. He retains his title. Um And he was pissed that Finn Balor got involved because he ran up and kicked him in the fucking head too. He's like, what are you
Yeah, you
doing?
mean Gunther? Yeah,
Yeah, Gunther. Yeah. He went and kicked him in the head too. It was like, what are you doing? I don't need your help. I'm trying to get my confidence back. He been kicking my ass every week. So yeah, I did like that too. But yeah, it just wasn't necessary. Let these two have the match at the end of the day. So yeah, still pay-per-view worthy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And look, I'm not excusing what Finn did. I'm guessing they wanted to make Damien look a little stronger. Like, okay, he lost because of some interference from Finn. Instead of just making it a clean. I don't think there would be any shame in losing clean to Gunther. I don't think
Mm-mm.
it would make Damian Priest look bad at all. But maybe the producers of the match, whoever that was, maybe they thought, well, look, we'll have Gunther get over, but we'll make Damien look, not so weak by having Finn come in and interfere. I don't think it was necessary. Like you, it just took away from the match. I thought, like you, this for me flirted with superb, but Finn's interference did bring it down. But these dudes went at it, and I just love Gunther's style of wrestling. I like it when guys come in and they just fight, but I also like it when they wrestle, and I like how they're mixing in like Kimura moves and things like that, just to add some intrigue to the match. I really enjoyed that. So pay-per-view worthy, but could have been superb if not for Finn's interference, which I thought was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, and I wonder if I may be reading too deep. Gunther using the Kimura,
Oh,
certain
Brock,
certain certain beast.
man, I tell you what, that match has to happen sometime. I mean, I really think it's going to happen either this year. Now, look, we also know I don't think they'll wait this long, but we also know that SummerSlam is in Minnesota in 2026. So
Mm.
that's where Tiffy's from. That's where Brock is from. So I'm sure, but I mean, they can't make us wait on that one. I think they could bring Brock back. Look, they're going to be on Netflix in 2025. You want ratings? We already know you're bringing back Cena. I mean, you bring back Brock. Hey, that's ratings too. So I think we might see Gunther and Brock sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I don't rule out Brock coming back at the Rumble at all. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Get a huge pop. I don't
He,
think they
oh
have
no,
anything to worry about. All that stuff,
no,
all that stuff with Vince, nobody's even thinking about that. It would be a huge pop.
yeah, no, it's more on Vince's head and uh, what's his name? He can't really talk, doesn't have a voice. Um,
Oh, Laurinaitis,
Laurinaitis, yeah, more of those two.
John Laurinaitis, yeah.
Brock caught a stray, as we say nowadays.
Yeah, man. He just took all he did was speak to the lady on the phone or text her. That's all
Text.
he did. Never met her, never touched her.
All right, at the main event, Survivor Series War Games, the OG Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sammy Uso, and some help from the Chicago-made Punk, CM Punk himself, as a favor from the wise man Paul Heyman going up against the new Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed. Um, the new Bloodline all came out together, dressed in black, united, and OG Bloodline all came out individually. I know, I get it. Jay has the entrance, and that's why he came out last, and he started the match. So I guess it did kind of make sense for him to come out last. But
And you saw the crowd was going wild.
oh, they're going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised
Yeah.
too. I thought Roman would come out last or Punk, but
Full
I
Punk,
was,
yeah.
yeah, but I wasn't mad about Jay. I mean, the crowd was in it.
And I don't know. Again, I don't know if I'm reading too deep into this, but I just thought it was interesting when Roman did come out. He came up and he did the one and stood in front of the shark cage of the new bloodline. I don't know. I can't. I don't think anything is done when it comes to Roman Reigns on accident. So what this is, what this I think it's some little bit of foreshadowing. I don't know what it's gonna lead to, but I just thought it was interesting. He went over to their cage, did the one, and stood like in this picture with his back to them and kind of looked at them. There's something I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to read
You
into
don't
that,
think he
but
was just saying, "Look, I'm the one." Do you think you don't think that's what he was just saying?
maybe. But I like again, nothing with him has been on accident in the last 5 years. So who knows? We'll wait and see. We will wait and see. Um, but so Jay and Tongaloa, no, Tamatonga, Jesus, names too close together. Tamatonga, who's was he Spider-Man crawling across the cage and
I
shit.
thought that was pretty cool.
It was cool, but
Yeah, just make man. All these dudes just got to do their crazy thing. All they all look like they unhinged. I thought that was just kind of a cool way for him to start the match.
yeah, him and Jay start. They don't really do much of any much a whole lot.
Nah,
Uh, but man, when Bronson Reed came out next, I was like, oh shit, you about to get squished, bro. Um, so yeah, they pretty much beat the brakes off Jay. Jimmy came out next for OG Bloodline, and Jimmy he pulled some tricks out of his head. That corkscrew off the turnbuckle, man, that was pretty cool. I think people forgot that Jimmy who Jimmy is. Like he can wrestle, and he
well,
got some moves.
yeah, I'd like to see Jimmy get his spot. Obviously Jay took advantage of his spotlight, and he's over now. I'd like to see Jimmy, get his moment.
Yeah, he may not elevate to the point of Jay has way more charisma.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm just hoping he can show that he can be on his own and have a career. Obviously getting to Jay's level, I don't know, but at least show that he still belongs on his own.
Yeah, and man, eerily similar to 2 years ago when Roman was in charge of Bloodline. He was kind of telling people who when to go out and all that stuff. And Tonga Loa was ready to go, but he told him, "Nah, nah, nah, Jacob, take your ass in there and handle
Oh,
business."
Solo, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this year was Solo handling
Solo. Yeah,
business.
I got you,
Jacob Fatu is from another planet. Okay,
man.
this dude,
Beast. Dude is doing things that a man his size should not be able to do.
no.
It's crazy. And I love I love you, Solo. I just love him. Just play. Just anytime he does,
Yeah,
Solo sometimes ain't even in the match,
no.
or even at ringside. I love you, Solo. I love it. I love it, man. He just
Yeah,
plays that
because
crazy role to the hilt. Love it.
yes, you are seriously terrified of this man. I think everybody, even Solo, he ain't gonna show it, but he's like, yeah, I ain't gonna cross him. He my enforcer and all, but I ain't gonna fuck with him because he probably kick me. None of probably he'll kick my ass too. Yeah, but for him to be able to do like you said, the stuff he does, jumping the ropes and doing moonsaults like a cruiserweight. This
Yeah,
dude is at least 250 pounds and moves like he's 150 pounds. It's insane. And then he could take he also could take the nastiest bump and get right up like ain't shit going on.
man, crazy, crazy.
Yes. So yeah, when he gets fully unleashed, that God help us all.
Mm.
Um, so this tension in the OG bloodline shark cage can't be ignored. I mean, the timer goes off again. Punk's ready to go in. Roman says, nah. Gesture to Sammy to go in, and it's just like, oh shit, here we go. Y'all ain't even gotten the match yet, and y'all about to fight in the shark cage. Like, what's going on? That didn't happen, but it was just I like how they did that. It kept it very intriguing, and all the facial expressions and them going back and forth. I mean, they were building a feud between these two without even having to try. So that was pretty cool. And then Tonga Loa finally gets in the match. He introduces the tables. That's pretty much all he does. Yeah, I mean, just being real. And then now it's down to Punk and Reigns. Reigns, look, man, you can't be too cool for school when we're trying to get to work. Trying to strut out the damn Sharkcade. CM Punk was like, all right, you can be bullshitting. Move out the way. He went out. Look, I wasn't even mad at Punk. Like, yeah, man, come on. What are you doing? Um, and then Punk gets his toolbox and just beats the holy hell out of everybody. Um, but at the end of the day, the numbers game just got the best of Punk. Jacob Fatu yet again with that pop up Samoan drop. I mean, you just can't. And he earned that pop up Samoan drop because when he came out, when CM Punk made his entrance, he went up to the shark cage and muffed them in the ring. In their shark cage, and from what I saw, that wasn't even part of the show. He did that on his own.
Mhm.
But hey, it is what it is. Solo Sikoa finally comes out on his own, and you know now it's the whole new bloodline. They get a lock and chain and lock the cage door. So now they're like, "Oh yeah, Roman, you ain't getting in here, bruh. You ain't get." I mean, yeah, we all know what's gonna happen, but it still is just like, well, damn, that I've never seen that. That's something a little new. Okay, I dig it. So now Roman's left with no choice. When he gets out, he's got to climb his way in. That's the only way in. And I thought that was pretty cool. He had to fight his way in. He knocked Bronson Reed off the top rope, and he landed on his boys. And that was in it. Roman smiled at the camera for that one. And then we get the stare down, CM Punk and Roman, and Paul Heyman comes out, and he's all, "No, no, 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 best in the world, my tribal chief,
Yeah, yeah.
and this one night, y'all gotta get along. It's War Games." And then the announcer does her War Games thing. And then the match is official. Um, a lot of stuff happened. Um, I know what they were going for with the. I think I can't remember who Punk had on his shoulders, but it was Roman going for the spear.
It was.
Spearing CM Punk.
I think
Uh,
it was Solo. Are you talking about who he gave the GTS to?
no, before the ending. I mean, he had
Oh,
somebody on his shoulders. Roman was going for something, and he ended up spearing CM
oh,
Punk
right.
on
Yeah, I
accident.
can't remember. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And while I get what they were going for, it kind of felt flat, and it didn't really make sense, especially how the rest of the match went. Because you
I
had Bronson Reed going up to the top. He was going to do the tsunami on Reigns through a table, and Punk's timing couldn't have been better because he got him out of
Yeah,
there right as Bronson's going in the air. He got Reigns off that table, and that was perfect
yeah.
time.
Because if he lands on Reigns, Reigns is out for months.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think Bronson Reed about to be out for months because the way he landed, I think.
You at the press conference, Triple H said probably a few weeks, but he might have been being a little too optimistic.
Yeah. Um, and Reigns noticed that Punk saved him, and he goes finally over to Punk, and he helps him get up. And now, well, he started helping him get up, and then he got attacked again. But at the end, the new bloodline was taken out. Jimmy Uso did a splash off that took for fucking ever, by the way. Uh,
I think
Jimmy,
Jimmy was a little like, oh shit, this is kind of. Sometimes when you get up there, you're like, when you're practicing, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the top of the cage. But then when you get up there, you look down, you're like, oh shit, okay, I got to do it now. So maybe
yeah,
that was it.
I don't know. It just took way too long. I mean, you ain't knocked the werewolf out that damn long, but he took out Jacob Fatu by doing the splash to a table, and then um we get pretty much they took out the whole bloodline. Then you get Solo Sikoa on his own against all the OG bloodline, and they do all their finishers. Roman hits the spear on them at the end, and they win the match. Um, I enjoyed this one. It was way more hard hitting than the women. I mean, normally I know it's weird to say that because they're men. Men obviously hit harder, but I don't know. There was just something about this match. I was just more entertained. Me personally, I was more entertained. I'm not gonna tell anybody they're wrong for enjoying something else. I was more entertained with this match. The Roman CM Punk dynamic. Seeing Jimmy get a lot of spotlight in the match was nice too. Um, Nothing really too crazy. I felt like the NXT War Game days were better than these War Games matches, but I still enjoyed this one. I'm not gonna go crazy or superb or nothing like that, but it was definitely a pay-per-view worthy match. Um, I was expecting something, even if you're not gonna give us the final boss. Give us something because one of my guys made a valid point. Okay, where do you go from here? You had the OG bloodline beat the new bloodline, and then all that. Like, why do we have to watch them walk up the ramp and put the ones up again? They did the ones up so many times. It just felt like, okay, is something going to happen? And then nothing happened. So it was like, why is the broadcast still going then? If nobody's coming out, you got no Seth Rollins involvement. I thought he would get involved at some point. Maybe even, because CM Punk's in the match. None of that. No Kevin Owens. Nothing.
I,
So
I don't
no Cody Rhodes. Nothing.
know.
And it just like, okay, well, y'all could have cut the broadcast when they won the match. I don't know. But anyway,
Mm.
pay-per-view worthy. Um, this may not be one I revisit again either, but I think it was still better than the women's on this occasion. And oh, they made sure to mention that even though the new bloodline, with OG bloodline won, Solo Sikoa still
Has
wears
the
the
Ula
Ula
follow.
Fala, which makes no damn sense to me. Because why didn't Roman just walk over and grab the shit and put it on?
Hey, come on, man. You know it's not going to be that easy. They're going to have a one-on-one match, and the winner gets the Ula follow. They're going to treat it like a title. That's where they're going with this one.
Yes, and I have a theory about that too. But before we go there, give you a grade.
All right, pay-per-view worthy. I enjoyed the storytelling in this one. I enjoyed the wrestling too, but I enjoyed the storytelling more. Everything with the whole Punk and Reigns dynamic, all of that with the undercurrent of what is this favor that Punk asked Paul for? We still don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it has to do something with Roman. We'll
Has
find
to be
out.
with a championship. Has to be.
Well, then maybe it doesn't have to do with Roman. I mean, Roman doesn't have a championship, so I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, all of that, and then here I didn't really like the whole spot with them locking the cage. Here's why. And maybe I just was expecting too much. I knew Roman would climb into the ring, but I don't know, man. I expected more fanfare. And I know Roman doesn't normally do these things, but I thought he would like dive in and knock down a few of them or something.
Well, he
People
did
just
do
kind
the
of came,
splash.
huh?
He did do the splash off the turnbuckle.
Yeah, yeah, off the turnbuckle. You could have, you didn't have to. I mean, you're climbing into the cage. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cooler if he did it off top of the cage.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm just saying, well, we know Roman's got to climb to the top of the cage. So
Yeah.
is he going to do something? No. Instead, he just starts climbing down. Dudes come up trying to get him. He's kicking at him, punching them, and then finally gets to the turnbuckle and does some shit. Well, he could have walked into the ring and climbed up to the turnbuckle and done the same shit. So I just wish it would have been a little bit more spectacular when he actually came in. But that's just a little nitpicky thing. Um, but the match itself was entertaining. Like you said, Jacob Fatu was the star of the match. I mean, just just crazy what he was doing. I didn't really expect The Rock to show up because I didn't really know what the point would be since the original Bloodline won, convincingly. They made it
Only
clear that
reason
Udo
I
followed.
thought that was because you don't have another PLE until February 1st. And you got to keep him relevant
Well, who's Solo?
No, The Rock, because he showed up at Bad Blood. So to
Man,
go from
The
Bad
Rock's
Blood
relevant.
all the way to Royal Rumble, that's a long
Man,
time.
Rock could stay gone a year. When he shows up, he's relevant. And we all know the story. We all know the undercurrent of. I mean, what's he gonna do? Show up and do this again? You know what else can he do? He did that at what was he
Bad
did that
Blood.
at Bad Blood. So I mean, what else can he do? I mean, I guess the next time we see The Rock, I think we should know where is it going. Is it leading to a match? Is Rock going to be in the Rumble? I think that's what we're waiting to see.
Well,
I
that's
just
what I
don't.
want to talk about when you get done.
Okay, all right, and I'll wrap it up here. But yeah, I just think they ended it that way because the next part of the story, whatever it is going to lead to the Rumble.
Um, so you're right. In the Triple H era, we're not just gonna hand you the Ulafala. We gotta have a match. Now, realistically, is anybody really interested in seeing Roman go up against Solo Sikoa one on one? Not really, because we
No,
know how that's gonna go.
right.
Now, however, and I don't know, this is not me knowing the inside. No, I'm not the inside man. This is just what makes sense to me. You have Roman and Solo maybe on they're on SmackDown, so that wouldn't make sense. But anyway, you get to a Roman Solo match at some point, and it's for the Ulafala. It's for the this is whoever wins this match will be the undoubt, no doubt about it, tribal chief. Roman wins. He's getting ready to get the Ulafala put on him, and then Rock comes out and says, "No, you two monkey asses have fucked this up for the last 6 months, and let's just keep this shit real. Neither one of you would even have a job if it wasn't for me. I'm wearing the Ulafala. And at WrestleMania, that's how you get Roman versus Rock."
I can see that. I can see that working. And and I know we have a lot of time between Survivor Series and Royal Rumble, but keep in mind we have Saturday night's main event, which is a
Hmm.
big show. Maybe they want to do something big on that, and then we have the premiere on Netflix. So there's a couple of big events. They're not PLEs, but they're events where WWE might want to do something spectacular to raise viewership and to raise their profile. So maybe we see The Rock on one of those shows. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
I
But
could
yeah, there's
definitely
a
see
lot
The
that can
Rock at
happen.
the Raw.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely see a lot happen between now and because what we're looking at February 1st for the Rumble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little later than we usually get it, and so that's about well, damn, about it's only about a month and a half away, man. That'll go quick. Not a
Uh,
month and a half. I'm sorry, we're about 2 months away.
Two
About
months,
two
yeah.
months away. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is what December 1st.
Yeah, because they don't do TLC anymore.
Yeah, that is true. Well, like I said, you still got Saturday night's main event in a couple of weeks, and then what about a month after that, the premiere on Netflix?
Yeah. Well, they're about 2 weeks apart. So you got in a week and a half, you got Saturday night's main event, and then about 3 weeks later, you get the Raw on Netflix, and then
They better get their streaming issues correct.
yeah, and then 3 weeks later, you got Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
So yeah, they got plenty of time to tell these stories. Um, we'll see. I mean, Rock has already confirmed he's going to be involved, so it's just really just a matter of time before he comes back. Um, so we'll just see how it all plays out. To me, that's the best case scenario, though, and that's how you make the most sense of him and Roman having a match. Don't need a championship. Make it a family thing. That's kind of where they make their money is making it a family thing. And
yeah. 2025 is going to be crazy. I mean, you got this whole thing with The Rock and the Bloodline to play out. You've got Goldberg retiring. You've got Cena retiring. You've got
CM
probably the
Punk
return of
and Rollins.
yeah, Punk, Rollins. You've got maybe Brock coming back. Maybe
Yeah.
Charlotte coming back, maybe Becky coming
Oh,
back. I mean,
Charlotte's coming. Charlotte and Becky got to come back.
man, Asuka. Hey, I mean, I don't know where Asuka. I've heard rumbles about Alexa Bliss. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that could. I mean, it could be.
They've got a lot of rounds in the chamber still. They haven't even touched.
I'm telling you, man. I always say this: when you get to the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania season, if done right, that's the best time of the year for wrestling. And there's a lot that could happen this year. A lot that could be great.
Right. Let's look at the chat here. Big Brother Bry. Um, yo, guys, hope you both had a great holiday. Thanks for all you do. You have both helped me get through some tough times. Appreciate you both. Many blessings and much love.
Well,
Uh,
hey, same back to you, brother. God bless, and we thank you for those kind words. You know, any small part we play in getting you through a tough time, man. I mean, we definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you for those words.
Big brother, you were one of the contributors during my tough times, so I appreciate you as well as Chris Carver, who also commented. Special shout out to you as well. Also helped me out when I was going through what I was going through. Glad to say I'm on the other side of the tunnel now. Um, so there's that. But yes, definitely. I know I kind of teased it, but I will be doing a video just kind of talking about what's going on. Kind of an update. But yeah. I know we got some things on the docket. So trying to laugh. Y'all been sending requests in. Just I've just been busy. Um, started a new job, so I've been trying to give that my energy, and it's an adjustment too because I'm trying to balance, balance working home again, and then this. So, but we will be getting back to those. We know we're not done. We're not tapping out on those. Not by a long shot. So don't think that. It's just trying to work the schedules. I'm trying to get used to the schedule I'm on, and then uh, have to communicate with the ambassador as well. So it has to all line up. But it will. It will. 2024 was a wild year. And we come to the close of it. Um, we thank you all very much for sticking with us. It means a lot. It really does. Especially when things weren't going so well. I had y'all to fall back on. So, that being said, um, like I said, we got Triumph Labs coming up, some more movie reviews. Mo will be back on the show as well. More gaming streams. Uh, I was able to finally pick up some new Lego sets, so Lego builds will be coming back as well. I got a really cool one. I'm excited to reveal. There's a couple really cool ones actually. So, but Rob knows about one that I'm
Yeah,
really
I can't wait to see that one finished.
yeah yeah. So um, that's all I got. Rob, as always.
Well, just love and appreciation for all of our listeners, all the support. Our numbers have grown this year, and we couldn't have done it without all of you. We're, of course, trying to continue to get those numbers up. So please tell your friends, pass the word around, continue to send us requests, and you know, all the kind words really mean a lot. You know, we've been doing this for a while, and our numbers haven't exploded, but we love doing it. And what keeps us going is those kind words. So thank you very much for those. Thank you.
Yeah, there's not enough we can say to measure up um to measure up to the gratitude, I guess. Um, and like I said, I'm going to speak about a lot when I do my update video when it comes to mental health. You know, I'm diagnosed. That's all I'll say right now is that, I got some shit going on up here and this helps me. So beyond what any monetary value we'll get to at any point, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, Rob and I do this and the other guys that you see here and there, like Blake and Doc, this is escape for us. So that's why we do it when we love it. And we love when y'all comment and talk to us. So, Thank you all again. We'll speak to y'all again sooner than later. Promise. Take care.